I'm Jeremy.
I'm Chelsea, and we're
Leys
Leys Adventures. Welcome to our first video.
Yeah, this is our first YouTube, so bear with us.
So today we're going to show you basically a rundown of our 2013 Isuzu DMax.
Yeah, we'll show you the ins and outs of that and how our setup is and the things we use when we go away. And we hope you enjoy it. Righto. So we'll show you what we take with us when we go away. Obviously, can't go anywhere without a shovel because we've got to dig a hole for reasons. All right. This is on the driver's side. So in the canopy, we run the full Red Vision Manager 30 and running a 120 amp hour lithium battery. And we'll show you that after, but that's what we run. We've got all the necessary little tie downs and stuff that we need for our awning. Super handy. Also run a spare 100 amp hour lithium battery as well, just in case. And we also have the 12 volt air compressor, obviously to pump tyres and things up as well. That's in here. Carry spare fuel filters, oil filters and stuff as well. In case we're on our journeys, we need to change something on the fly, we can. Don't go anywhere without fishing rods and tackle gear. It's always in there, no matter what. I could leave work, whatever, go on a journey somewhere, fishing rods. Necessary. So there's 2 tackle boxes in there, in the back as well. We've got the fishing rods. So these are tiny little beef sticks. They're good for like the boat and stuff like that. Also got some bait casters, and there's some 7-foot 2-piece rods in there as well in case we go some sea fishing on the pier or whatnot. So chainsaw, got to cut some wood, or falling down debris on tracks and stuff like that as well. So that's always handy. The bucket, need a bucket. BCF, of course. Anyway, we have a Oz Trail fridge freezer drawer, which has been very handy, and a little pocket here for our Smart Tech hot water service, which is very handy if you're on week travels or whatever it is. You can have a shower, feel refreshed while you're away. Creature comforts. Righto. In the end drawer here, we've got a bit of a snag. We have just about everything that I use on a daily basis, whether it be somewhere trying to help someone or fixing something on the side of the road or whatever. I've got all the gadgets in here. So we've got grinders, impact drivers, multi-tools. I've even got a router in here. Drills, batteries galore. Got to clean your ears, necessary. Spare screws, test lights, pliers, screwdrivers, and these are awesome too, screw pegs. Who hates trying to pull out normal 10 pegs? These are a game changer. And they're cheap as you can get them from Bunnings or just about anywhere online these days, so they're good. And a hammer, don't forget the hammer. Drawer number 2, the necessary stuff, just a couple of cans of brake clean or degreaser, impact sockets, more sockets, and a toolkit. Now this toolkit has basically everything in it that I need to fix basically this whole car. Just in one small toolkit. That's all I carry. That's all I need. Now also in here, we've got a little gas cooker and just some multimeters and test lights and puncture repair kits and stuff like that. That's it for that drawer. And down the side, I just stole away some washing liquid some oil, 2-stroke oil for our motorbikes, and we've got a collapsible fishing net down there as well. This drawer here also contains our Shoreflow 12-volt water pump for the 80-litre water tank that's underneath the vehicle, and I've got just some water shoes in there, and just the hot water service fittings and some straps, and with a good old butt plugs for the motorbikes. That's it for this whole side. So we'll move on to the next. Righto, so we're on to the passenger side of the vehicle now. We run our 23-0 270 Falcon awning with the sidewalls. At the moment we've only got one wall on at the moment, which suits us just fine for where we are. So we'll show you that. These are the screw pegs that I was talking about earlier. These are fantastic. Makes setup so much quicker. Righto, moving into the Bat Cave. Righto, this is the passenger side of the canopy now. As you can see, that's the red vision display for the red arc. And we have a Ziegler and Brown barbecue, aka a Ziggy. Now these are fantastic because the lid completely folds under. So that's one of the main reasons I got this one as opposed to like a Weber, just because it's more room. We've got a couple of little stowaway pots and pans and things there. We fit there. In the side, we've just got a couple of chopping boards, some knives, and obviously the fire blanket, and just some collapsible strainers and things like that. Pots and pans as well. In this drawer, we've got stainless steel table on top. Open it up. In here I usually put the jet boil, which is over there. More pots and pans in there. We've got some gas bottles for the portable stove, a couple of sponges, and just some cutlery, and just some garbage bags in there. And also in the back, some aluminium foil and some plates and bowls and things like that. Now here we also have just a pull-out pantry with all our goodies in there, snacks and whatnot. And we use the 80-litre upright Bushman's fridge, which is fantastic. We've got all our stuff in there, and don't forget, you can go away ice creams. Can't forget the ice creams. Now, just beside the fridge, I've got a cigarette socket and USB, so charge the phones, drones, etc. So that's that. These are the little bags you can get from 23-0, which are purposely designed for just putting your shoes and stuff in when you have a rooftop tent. I've put 2 little sail tracks in here, so they slide on and off. When we're not using it and we're leaving, I just slide it back up here, it sits in there, and it's out of the way. I use it as a bin, so when we set up, I put it here, put a garbage bag in it, or whatever, and I just use it as a bin. And you can just put your stubby holders and things in that in there. On the red vision display, I've got a light up here, and there's also another one on the other side, which can change colours, and you can dim them as well. So that's handy for the bugs and stuff. Also on here is the switch for the water pump on the other side for the hot water service. That's on there as well. That's the switch for the fridge on the other side and freezer, and that turns on the USBs and SIG sockets just down there. Righto. Down in here, this I barely ever open unless I've got to help someone else. In here we have all the recovery gear that we need. There's a whole bunch of soft shackles and stuff in there, which are handy for recoveries. We also have a spare fuel lid. In here we also have the recovery hitch, also designed for the soft shackles. And this big barrier here is the kinetic rope. Now this thing's rated for ridiculous amount of, I think it's like 12 ton, something like that. So that's ridiculous. That'll pull anything out. No dramas there. Obviously the recovery blanket. We have a tree trunk sling protector. Winch extension rope. And just a couple of straps and some gloves. So that's it for that side. Right, here we are to the front of the vehicle. We run AFN bull bar. It just looks good and it's lightweight, so that's why I chose that. Don't forget the old number plates. We're running the GME XRS Connect. That's really handy for locations and just pinpointing things like that on it. It's fantastic. It's a no-brainer of a UHF really. I'm really happy with it. So we've got 2 recovery points on the bull bar there with the eyelets on it. Also running Falcon Wild Peaks AT3Ws. This is the second set I've had on this car. They're super quiet. I can't fault them. They're a fantastic tyre. Very, very quiet to just travel along with. No road noise. They're actually just really excellent all-round tyre. Brand new windscreen. Now you might notice the little purple tint on it. It's not tinted. It's actually a special designed windscreen. It's called low E coating. Now it stops the harmful UV rays coming through the windscreen, and obviously you probably notice in your own car, maybe if you don't have a windscreen like this, that when it's really hot and you're wearing shorts or whatever, the sun beats through and it actually just burns your legs. So I've changed the windscreen just recently and we opted for the low E coating on it. It's fantastic. And at night time, when you get oncoming traffic and you get the glare from other cars, it's just dims it right out. It's actually fantastic for night time as well. So if you're ever looking to replace your windscreen, ask for low E coating. That's fantastic. It's a game changer. Up the top here, we're running the steady light bar, which is grouse for night time, and also on the side we're running the little steady cube lights, the little C4s. So they're excellent as well, especially when you're turning in the bush. You can't really see the corner. I turn them on and it lights up the corner and you can see where you're going in the dark. So they're excellent. On the side here, running the Safari snorkel. That's been excellent. Getting fresh air into the motor. You can also get some covers for there if you're going down some really dusty roads and you're following someone. You can cover that up as well. But I've already eliminated having to do that because I bought a uni filter inside, which is basically, if you have a motorbike, you'll know you have your foam air filter inside that. It's the exact same design, it's just a square one inside there. So that's really, really good as well. And you can just service it yourself. You don't have to worry about going to replace it or whatever it is. You just buy the solution, clean it, put it in. It's user-friendly. On the side here, running the Clearview tow mirrors. These are excellent. Fully adjustable, electric, power fold, all the fruits there. So moving up onto the top. Up on the top, we run a 170 watt hardcore solar panel, which is the slimline one. That's been okay for now. Since upgrading the lithium battery to a bigger one, we need to upgrade the solar, but I also on the side have an external solar blanket that we can run out anyway. I just usually put it on top of the bonnet and we can charge the batteries up there, or with the Manager 30, we just start the car up for 5-10 minutes and then we're fully charged. So that's it for the front end. Rightio, the nitty gritty underneath the bonnet. Righto, so recently we've purchased a brand new intercooler upgrade for this, which is a cross-country intercoolers. This thing is fantastic. It has improved the car tenfold. I can't fault it at all. And the craftsmanship just on the quality of the build, fantastic. So, these pipes, as you can see, they're not factory. They come with the intercooler, which was installed. As spoken about prior, the uni filter. So I'll pull it out. I'll just show you what it looks like. So that's it there. That's the uni filter. So it's a two-part filter. It's got a yellow and a green in it. And they've got they're soaked in a little bit of oil. So you can just pull them out, clean them, and as you can see, they work very well. Getting all the bugs, all the dirt, and that, it all gets trapped there. So this is due to be serviced. We just get the solution, give it a wash out, and they just pull straight out. So there's two of those. You pull both those filters out. So if you have a look at that, that's obviously just where I just dirtied it then. But look how clean that is. That's fantastic. And all that there is trapped from it. Highly recommended. If you're going on dirty roads and just in general, just a no-brainer. For what you pay for this filter and the serviceability of it, just highly recommended. Obviously it's not very nice on the fingers because it's a bit oily. But anyway, that's the uni filter. Also, just a quick mention, uni filters are made in Australia. Righto, that's back in there. Moving over to this side. When I first bought the vehicle, one of the things that I put on it was a catch can and a secondary fuel filter. So here we have the ProVent 200, the oil catch can. This has been fantastic. Now, you'll get a bit of water condensation build up and stuff in there as well. That's standard for just, being cold in the mornings and things like that. You'll get that. That has a drain hose, which I have in the wheel arch there, which is zip tied up. And every now and then, I just always check it to see if there's any oil build up in there, and I just drain it into a coffee mug or whatever it is you've got around, and you chuck that out. That there is the secondary fuel filter. Now the filter is a Man Hamill fuel filter. It's a PL150. That separates the any water, if you do get into the fuel tanks before it goes into your main fuel filter, then moving on to the fuel injector pump and so on and so forth before the engine gets destroyed. This has a signal on the inside of the car which will beep and let you know that there's water in your lines before you even start the car up, so you can drain it out or assess the issues at hand. That's basically it for there. No other engine mods here. Everything's basically factory other than the intercooler and the ProVent and just the nitty gritty of the. We also have upgraded steady lights in the headlights as well, just for brighter lights because the factory lights aren't really that great. So that's it for the nitty gritty of the engine bay. Righto, so this is our shower/toilet cubicle. We'll set that up, show what that looks like. Righto, so that's it from 23.0. Quality product. Want to have a look inside? So obviously you just peg out your four corners. Adequate room in there. Got a few pockets there for your soaps and things like that. It's got also has a an interior light here that you can hook up. Got the USB. Just plug it in. Well, we hope you like our little rig rundown. If there's any questions you want to ask, just put it in the comments below. anything you want to see more of or whatever it is, just bang it in the comments there, and we'll get back to you.
But in the meantime, like, comment, subscribe, follow us on our socials, and we'll see you around.
Absolutely. Plenty more adventures to come.